G'day everyone, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I will be Nat, this will be my Knackers Yard, and it's got loads of space. Look at this. Oh, 650 is tucked away, hidden, out of sight, out of mind. I need the space to get on with the Superdream, and Ivan, my day bike, is kicking around out there. The intention today is to drop that engine. I'm going to rod off the electrics. Thanks for advice and support. I will look into them as I go, but that sounded very dismissive. Apologies, it wasn't intended to be. There's something going on, but even if I do get it, trying to start off the button, I've got no gears. I can't change gears. I've got really low compression on the high side, relatively low on there. I can't remember what they were, something like 90 on the low side on the left, that side, right as you're looking at it, and about 50 on the right. Now, for those that have been following the rationale, I will say, rather than the reason, the rationale for that is that it was seized. So I think I've had a load of crap around the piston rings that's either still in the cylinders and is breaking that compression, or has actually broken the piston rings themselves. So actually I don't really want to start it or try it too much, because I don't want to push those pistons up and down too much. Irrespective of that, I can't select gears, so it's going to need to be an engine out, an engine look. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. I have dropped the oil / coffee. Now, I did put fresh oil in that. Well, I topped it up to a half decent level when it first got here, before I did anything at all, and whatever in there was mixed. Don't go too much by the crap around the edges or the swirls in it. That stuff that was already in the bucket, because I used that exclusively for oil changes. I'm just leaving that dripping. I've got far side off, because you need to get the gear lever off. I have broken out the book. I'm slowly but surely making my way through it. Ooh, focus, you bitch. There we go. Yeah, there's bits that are already done, bits that isn't, but my intention is to jump in and out as I get through this. So for anybody that's just looking at not how I am going to drop this engine, carbs already out, obviously tanks off, seats off, etc, etc. Got no power anywhere near it. All is good. The chain on this is good, it's fine, there's nothing wrong with it. However, it's not a clip, it's been done properly. So I'm now in the middle of trying to get rid of that sprocket so that I can remove the chain and just free that up before I get going. I was slightly concerned that it was going to be a bit of a bitch, to be honest, but it wasn't. It was really easy. Just a foot on the brake and they turn straight off. So world's longest extension, because I'm trying to put bolts back in as I go so that I don't lose them, because I'm shit like that. Clip over the top, so the book says. Just gunk in there. Not excessively leveraging that off. Just now need to check how that sprocket is attached, if there's a clip over there or not. I don't think there is. Oh. Excuse my head. Right. Let me just go and check on the book of knowledge, and I'll be back. Oh, well, that was a fortunate surprise. I I was wondering if there was anything going on there, and I just had to pull it. So little WD-40, bit of a clean, bit of a toothbrush, bit of a pull, job's a fish, and the chain is free, and the sprocket is off. Let's say the sprocket is off. The sprocket is going back on for now, just so I don't lose things because I'm crap. Just got that. Let's try keeping those together a bit, shall we? That's why. That's how it locks on. It's off-centered. That's cool. Right. Loosely tag that back on. Go and grab the big book of knowledge. See what's next. Right, so dipping in and out of the book. I want to leave the stator in for the moment. Not entirely sure why. So basically unplug, unplug. Got one going through. I'm just poking through. Is that one? Yeah, it's that one. It says confidently, no it isn't. Right, so let me just tag that back in. Holds all the electrometronics. Right, so I am now free on that side, which can only be a good thing. Right, I now need to look at the brake side. I think I'm free on the brake side. I think I'm nearly there. I am unplugging the neutral switch and what I think is the oil lever switch. Now what I have got, what I was going to show you, is a new toy. Just put the gear peg away. I got a lift. Oops, you're on zoom. I got the world's cheapest scissor lift off of that there at eBay. Big box of bits. Yeah, so I think 35 quid. It's quite heavy. It's supposed to go up to a lot, but it'll do. I'm going to get it set up under the bike. In fact, let's do it together. Now I am going to have to theoretically try and slide the bike afterwards, which is going to be difficult on my concrete. So, which is good. This is all a little bit arse about face because I'd like to strip the bike down as well, but as many of you will know, I don't have a great deal of space, so I need a rolling chassis still. I am trying to keep the frame wheels, etc., on as much as I can at this point. Yeah, so I just want to support the engine at the moment. A little low sump there which will help, but it is just going to fall back. So if I do it this way, I can build up with wood or something to try and keep it roughly level, and the wood's there so that I don't have quite so much friction on the floor when I try and pull it to the side, which I think I'm doing now. like that. It gives me a bit of scope to do it sideways. What I'll do is just get this to a decent height, and then I think, because yeah, I've not done this before, I will try and chock it up at the back a little bit with whatever I can find, bits of wood wise. Right, just as I get my knee pads off shot, because I wouldn't want to make it too erotic, went in for a cup of tea. Mrs. is up. She's kind of flinched and said, "How's it going?" And I had to be honest with her. Worryingly well. What do I mean by that? So I've been round and loosened off all of the securing bolts, or certainly all of the securing bolts that I can decipher from the book, which is 4 on the front. See, there's no external frame on a 250. It's, you know, the engine is part of the stress of it. So let me just check your view. Yeah, you can see. So 4 down the front, down the frame, 1 at the top there, long bolt through the middle, and 1 at the bottom. I've been round the lot and cracked them, and they were absolutely fine, which is really surprising. I'd say suspicious, but surprising. There's nothing in the book that I can see that gives you an order to do these in. In fact, let me just check one more time. More implicit than explicit. It doesn't necessarily say do this and then do this, but let's do it in the order it's implying. I will probably fast forward you because this is going to be dull, but essentially front bracket first and the long through bolt last. Crunchy, but not bad. Second longest at the top. Happy. Right, so now I'm on this bad boy, which actually seems to be quite happy to come out. Right, so casting nut, that's down here. Try and keep stuff together while I can. Right, theoretically, my jack is now supporting that engine. Let's see if I'm right, shall we? Move my shit right. Take a swig of my tea, have a piss, see if I'm right. Right, there's a smart ass somewhere shouting at the screen, and they're shouting starter motor nut. Yeah, my start motor is still attached. Now, I know I can get the boot off to get under there, but it's really grungy and I don't want to rip the rubber. So, it's going to have to come off at some point. Why not just whip it off now? I don't want to lever too much against the engine because at least theoretically it's not attached to anything anymore. Oh, that looks in good nick. This is that one. That seems a bit crusted, so let's get me. No, it's mallet, a bit of wood. Wood is good, etc. risk the boot because I don't want to just keep whacking that. There you go, actually it's not too bad. Well, that is just about the most corroded bolt in the world. That's pretty fucked. That is not good. And it's starting to rain. Did I tempt fate by telling my missus this is all going well? I know it's coming. It's just not being overly enthusiastic. There we go. Right. Yeah, if you look at the state there, show how much you can pick up there. I can see that to be being a joy to remove. Let's have a quick go. That's going to be fun. Although I really need to do it now, but it's bad cinematography to have it dangling around. So let's see if we can have a quick go. I've got nothing to hold on to. I think that's the whole thing turning, isn't it? Right, come back to that because I've got all the jack and everything here in the way, and at least I can just whip the whole thing off by the cable at the other end. Right, let's see where we're going to go. Is there anywhere I can just hook that for now and find a bungee? Right, that's it. Fuck it, it's out of the way now. Out of sight, out of mind. Right, let me just see if this engine goes down, shall we? Seems to be. I think I'm good. I was catching at the front and I didn't want to trash my front fins on the edge of the bar there. I think that is as good as I'm going to get. Right, that's as low as I can go. And it's too high. Right, success. So I'm being really careful not to catch either my edge. There we go. And we're there. Right. And we're there. Right. So what have we learned from that experience? 1, don't put shit under your jack. It doesn't let you get low enough. 2, if you drop your rocker top, it means you can clear the bottom of the frame. It was all going so well. Right, so I pushed the now empty frame back. Rear brake came on, so I've just disconnected it because obviously it's lost its pivot at the other end. I say obviously, I pushed it for a second and thought, oh, what's happened there? I've manhandled the engine out here for a simple reason. Lesson learned from the last time I did an engine of dismantling a dirty engine. Just means you get shit everywhere, so I'm not going to film it. I'm just going to clean as much as I can off it while it's in a lump. Not polish it. Probably not polish it, but just get all the shit off it that is just going to fall in it as I start to dismantle. I'm not going to, I won't film it, I'm just going to crack on with it.